Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Naim bin Muhammad Azri from class 6G. Today I will present my assignment about approximate estimating. So throughout this presentation, I will explain the concept of approximate estimating, the common method used, their advantage and limitations, and finally how these methods are applied in construction project. Okay, first, let me explain what approximate estimating is. Approximate estimating, also known as rough estimating, is an early estimation of the expected construction cost. It is prepared before detailed drawings are available by using information from previous projects and historical cost data. This method is important because it helps clients determine whether their project is financially feasible. It is also allows them to prepare an initial budget and make better decisions before investing time and money in detailed design. There are four commonly used methods in approximate estimating. For the first one, we have a unit method, and for the second one, we have floor area method, and the third one, we have cubic method, and finally, the fourth one, we have the story enclosure method. Each method has different application depending on the type of the project and the information available. Okay, for the first method is the unit method. This method estimates the total cost based on the number of functional units such as hospital beds, classroom, hotel rooms, or apartments. For the formula, we got approximate cost equals to number of unit multiplied by cost per unit. For example, if a hospital has 70 beds and each bed costs 50,000 ringgit, then the estimate construction cost is RM 3.5 million ringgit. This method is very fast and simple, but is mainly suitable during the early planning stage. Okay, for the next one, we have a floor area method. This is one of the most widely used methods because it estimates the project cost based on the total floor area of the building. For the formula, we got approximate cost equals to total floor area multiplied by rate per square meter. For example, if a building has a floor area of 1,200 square meters and the construction rate is 2,000 ringgit per square meter, the estimate construction cost is around RM 2.4 million ringgit. This method provides better accuracy than the unit method because it considers the building size. Okay, for the third one, we have a cubic method. Instead of using floor area, this method estimates cost based on the total building volume. It is suitable for buildings with different ceiling height, such as warehouse and halls. The presentation also shows an example comparing a pitch roof and a flat roof, where the estimated costs are RM 962,500 ringgit and RM 946,000 ringgit respectively. Now, I will explain the story inclusion method. The story inclusion method estimates the construction cost based on the total enclosed volume of the building. Unlike the floor area method, this method considers both the floor area and the height of the building, make it more accurate because it measures the total enclosed space rather than only the floor size. For the example shown, the project is a three-story academic building. Each floor has an area of 700 square meters, so the total floor area is 700 plus 700 plus 700, which equals to 2,100 square meters. The building has an average height of 3.8 meters. Next, we calculate the enclosed volume by multiplying the total floor area by the average height. 2,100 multiplied by 3.8 equals to 7,980 cubic meters. The construction cost rate is 520 ringgit per cubic meter. Finally, we estimate the construction cost by multiplying the enclosed volume by the cost rate 7,980 cubic meters multiplied by 520 ringgit equals to 4,149,600 ringgit. These examples show that the story enclosure method provides a more realistic estimate because it considers the building's total enclosed space, including its height, which can significantly affect construction costs. Okay, for the next one, we have advantage and limitation. So each estimating method has its own strengths and weaknesses. For the first one, we have the unit method. It is very quick and requires minimal information, but it is the least accurate. For the second one, we have the floor area method. It is more reliable because it uses actual floor measurements and it is suitable for comparing similar projects. And for the third one, we have the cubic method. Considers a building height, making it useful for buildings with large internet spaces. For the last one, we have the story inclusion methods that provides the highest accuracy, but it is more complex and requires complete construction drawings. Therefore, the choice of method depends on the project stage and the available information. Okay, now I will explain the limitation of each approximate estimating method. For the first one, we have a unit method. It's the least accurate because it only estimates the cost based on the number of units. It does not consider the building design, construction quality, or site conditions, so the estimate may differ significantly from the actual cost. For the second one, we have the floor area method that only considers the total floor area. It assumes that all buildings with the same floor area have the similar construction costs. This means it cannot account for the differences in ceiling height, material quality, or a complex building design. For the third one, we have a cubic method, requires accurate information about the building's height and volume. It also involves a more complicated calculation, especially for buildings with irregular shapes or sloping or roof. Finally, we have the story inclusion method. It is the most detailed but also the most time consuming. It requires complete architectural drawings and more calculations, making it less suitable during the early planning stages. In summary, every approximate estimating method has its own limitation. Therefore, the most appropriate method should be selected based on the available project information and the required level accuracy. Next, I will explain the application of approximate estimating in this project. The proposed project is a two-story commercial shop office located in Kuala Besar, Terengganu. For this project, the floor area method was selected as the most suitable estimating technique. This is because the architectural drawings provide clear floor dimensions, make it easy to calculate the total floor area accurately. In addition, commercial shop office are standard building types and there is sufficient historical cost data available in Malaysia based on the cost per square meter. Therefore, the floor area method provides a quick, practical and reasonably accurate estimate during the early planning stages. Now, I will begin the cost calculation using the floor area method. First, I calculated the width of the ground floor based on the architectural drawing. For section A, the total width is 26.49 meters, while the section B is 18.29 meters. These measurements are obtained by adding the dimensions shown on the building plan and converting them into meters. These values will be used to calculate the total floor area in the next step. Next, I calculated the length of the ground floor. For section A, the total length is 18.57 meters, and for section B, the length is 1.2 meters. These measurements complete the dimensions required to determine the total floor area of the ground floor. After obtaining the width and length, I calculated the ground floor area. The area for section A is 491.91 square meters, while the section B is 21.95 square meters. After adding both sections together, the total ground floor area is 513.86 square meters. This value will later be combined with the first floor area to obtain the total building floor area. Next, I measured the dimensions for the first floor. The width of section A is 26.49 meters, section C is 2.4 meters, and the section D is 16.29 meters. These dimensions are taken directly from the architectural drawing before calculating the first floor area. Okay, for the first floor length, section A measures 15.87 meters. The circular section labeled as B has an area of 18.10 square meters. Section C measures 4.8 meters and the section D measures as 5.4 meters. These measurements allow the first floor area to be calculated accurately, including the irregular building shape. Using the dimensions shown earlier, I calculated the first floor area. Section A has an area of 420.4 square meters. Section B is 18.10 square meters. Section C is 11.52 square meters. And the section D is 87.97 square meters. After adding all four sections together, the total first floor area is 537.99 square meters. Finally, I calculated the approximate construction cost. The total floor area is obtained by adding the ground floor area of 513.86 square meters and the first floor area of 537.99 square meters, giving a total of 1051.85 square meters. The construction rate used is RM 2500 per square meter. Using the floor area method formula, approximate cost equal to total floor area times rate per square meter. The calculation is 1051.85 square meters times 2,500 ringgit, which gives an estimate construction cost of about 2 million ringgit, 629,625 ringgit. This estimated cost provides the client with an early project budget before detailed estimating is carried out. Now, I will explain the reliability of the estimate. Although approximate estimating provides a useful early budget, its accuracy can be affected by several factors. For the first one, the project is located in Kuala Besar, Terengganu. Since most construction cost data is based on major cities, transportation costs for materials such as cement and steel may be higher, which can increase the overall project cost. Second, construction costs are affected by inflation. If we use outdated cost data, the estimate may no longer reflect current market price. Third, the price of construction materials such as bricks, steel, and concrete change frequently. Any sudden increase in material price will directly affect the final construction cost. And finally, the current drawing only show the building layout and dimensions. They did not specify the quality of finishes or materials. If the client later chooses higher quality finishes, the actual construction cost will be higher than initial estimate. In conclusion, approximate estimating is an important tool during the early planning stage of construction projects. It helps clients estimate project costs, evaluate financial feasibility, and make informed decisions before preparing detailed design. Among the available methods, the floor area method is the most suitable for this project because it provides a good balance between simplicity and accuracy. Thank you.